Hello all. So if you have a Kia with a P2089 code, I thought I'd go over what it is, what causes it, and how you can go about fixing it. If you happen to have any information about this code that I don't explain correctly or something like that, let us know down in the comments below. But what is this Kia P2089 code? Well, it's an A camshaft position, actuator control, circuit high, bank 1B. And so what does this all mean? Well, basically most vehicles nowadays have what's called variable valve timing. And this is a good system. It can adjust the timing when the engine's running, so the engine can get more horsepower, it gets better gas mileage and things like this. But when you get this P2089 code, the computer's seeing some kind of problem inside the system, so it's going to have to be diagnosed to figure it out. And when it says bank 1 side of the engine, that means it's the side of the engine with the number 1 cylinder. 4-cylinder engine, it wouldn't matter because there'll only be one bank, so there'll only be bank 1. But if you have like a V6 or V8 engine, then you're going to have 2 banks. So basically you find the number 1 cylinder on your particular engine, and that's going to be the bank 1 side, and the opposite of that would be bank 2. If you have a 4-cylinder engine, you wouldn't have to worry about it because there'll only be one bank. And so basically if you have a Kia with the P2089 code, there's some kind of problem going on with the variable valve timing. And so some possible causes of this is going to be low or dirty engine oil. Oil flows through all those variable valve timing components. And so if there's any problem with the oil, like it's low or it's really dirty, then that can cause problems with variable valve timing. There can also be some kind of wiring issue, like an open, a short, something like that. It could be a bad variable valve timing solenoid. And there might be some kind of issue with the actuator, sometimes called the phaser. And so the first thing to go and do is be sure that your oil is at the right level and that the oils doesn't look really super dirty or anything like this. Because like I said, this can clog up the variable valve timing. They can cause issues. There's also going to be these variable valve timing solenoids. Usually if these go bad, you're going to get another code, but you can go through and test them and be sure that the wiring's good and different things like this. There's going to be an intake variable valve timing and an exhaust variable valve timing. So you can go through and check those solenoids, get wiring schematics for your particular Kia, and go and check the wiring and be sure that it's all good, that there's no issues going on with those. Because if there's any problems with those solenoids or the wiring going to it, that's going to cause issues. So you can get a multimeter and a schematic for your particular Kia. Go and check the wiring, be sure the wiring going to it is good. There's no opens or shorts or anything like this. You can also do a basic test with those solenoids with the multimeter. They'll have a set resistance or ohms that they should be at, so you can look those up for your particular Kia, and then you can test them and be sure that they're good. Because if there's any issue in the wiring or there's any issue with those variable valve timing solenoids, then that's going to cause problems. The next thing that could cause this is that the actuator, sometimes called a phaser, that it's gone bad, there's some kind of issue going on with it. So there's some different tests you could go and do on these actuators or phasers to check them out and see what's going on. There's some good YouTube videos on that. These actuators or phasers is what the timing belt or timing chain is riding on. And the oil is flowing through those solenoids up to these actuators. And this is where the engine timing gets adjusted. So if there's any issue with that actuator or phaser, then that's going to cause problems. And so the last thing on the list is going to be a bad actuator or phaser. So I just wanted to give a basic overview of what's going on with this Kia P2089 code. If you come across this code and you have information that I didn't provide, please comment down below. I'm sure you can help out somebody. If I missed something, also comment down below. But that's basically it.